Today, I'm going to tell you about the time that I ended up going on a date with my stalker. Now, this takes place after I had already found out that I had a stalker to begin with. She had already been texting me for a couple of days, and even though I was a little freaked out at first, eventually I was able to find the name that the phone number belonged to. After that, all I had to do was cross-reference the name with my school yearbook, and then, bingo. Hey, Summer? She looked at me, and then turned back, as if she didn't even care. I'm Terry. You're a freshman, right? I'm a sophomore. I ride in the back. Yeah, and? Sorry, you're right. Let's just cut to the point. I know it's you. What are you talking about, loser? Just then, the school bus arrived, and kids started to get on. Listen, dweeb, I don't know who you think you are, but I have a bus to catch. Just then her phone started ringing. She pulled out her phone, and then her face turned wide, her eyes big, and her mouth almost dropped. She turned back to me. You know, we're both going to the same place. Why don't we ride the bus together and have a little chat? For the first 30 seconds, it was the most awkward bus ride I had ever been on. Since she wasn't saying anything, I figured I had to. Well, I'm waiting. Waiting for what? Cut the act, Summer. Just tell me, why have you been stalking me all this time? She didn't say anything at first, but just looked down at her seat. Then she finally said something. I've just never seen anyone like you before. Like me? What do you mean? I'm just human. I mean, you're like straight out of a movie, or a comic book, or an anime. Let me guess, you're gonna say I look like Ash Ketchum from Pokemon, right? No, you look like you. Terry, my Terry. What? Do you wanna go out with me? What? Yo, Terry! Yo, you and Summer dating or what? My friends who I normally sit with in the back of the bus suddenly saw me sitting with Summer. And of course, the first thing they're gonna assume is that I'm making moves on her. Would you guys shut up? Alright, man, shoot your shot. Listen, Summer, I'm flattered that you find me attractive and, similar to anime characters, but I kind of already like someone else. I'm sorry, but this just isn't gonna work out. So if you wouldn't mind, I would really appreciate it if you stopped stalking me. Summer then looked back at me. One date. What? If you go on one date with me, I'll leave you alone. So you're saying if we go and hang out one time, you'll leave me alone completely? I don't get it. Well, I already surmised that we would never end up together. So instead, if I could have you just once, that's enough for me to live. Okay, I don't know what that means, but if you'll stop stalking me, then I guess we could see a movie? Great! After school. Today. I don't know about today. I mean, I kinda gotta go do some today. Alright, I'm free. Yeah, sounds good. Yo, Terry, so you guys going out or what? Yes, okay? I mean, no, we're going to the movies later. Ugh. That's my boy! Later that day, during class, I couldn't help but wonder what exactly I had gotten myself into. Going on a date with a stalker so she won't stalk me anymore? The whole thing just sounded crazy. I'm not even sure why I said yes. I mean, I guess Summer is kinda cute in a crazy kind of way, but she's just not the type of person that I could ever see myself dating. The school bell rang. Finally, time to go home. As I was walking, I bumped into my friend Claire. Hey, Terry. Oh, hey, Claire. How's it going? What are you up to? Just about to catch the bus home. Are you all ready for the history quiz on Friday? Oh, for sure. I mean, I think I am. Well, I guess we'll see. Just then, Claire seemed to have noticed something behind me. Is that someone you know? She pointed behind me. What the? I turned back around. Yeah! What the? Can I help you? We're seeing a movie today. Yeah, Summer, can we talk about this later? Oh, are you guys seeing a movie together? Oh, yeah, but it's just a movie. You know, nothing more than a movie. How do you know Terry? I'm sorry? What do you know about Terry? Summer? I bet you don't know his favorite color. Oh, well, I never really... I bet you don't even know where he lives. Okay, that's enough. Claire, I'll catch up with you later, okay? Let's go. I dragged Summer off to the bus, completely embarrassed. Is that a real-life yandere? As embarrassed and slightly annoyed as I was happy to finally get this thing over with, and my stalker problem to soon come to an end. All I had to do was kick back, relax, and enjoy the movie. How hard could it be? Everything seemed to be going smooth at first, until, yes, can I help you? How's your popcorn? Not as good as you. Of course. I tried to get back to the movie and enjoy, but Summer continued to make moves on me. So is there a particular reason why we had to sit in the very back of the theater? I mean, I can barely see a thing from here. Just then, Summer crawled out of her seat and sat on my lap. What are you doing? I can't see the movie. This is why we sat in the back row. Before I even have a chance to respond, Summer leans her head forward and kisses me. Get off of me. You know what? This is over. We're done. I stormed out of the theater. Outside in the parking lot, Summer catches up to me. Terry, wait. I'm sorry. You're sorry? You can't just do whatever you want to people, say whatever you want, and stalk them whenever you want, okay? That's not right. And it's definitely not the right way to get someone to like you. Summer looks down at the ground. She doesn't say anything. Was I too hard? Look, Summer, it's not that you're a bad person. I kind of already like someone else anyway, and you ever think that maybe stalking the person you like isn't exactly the best way to get their attention? Just then, "Hey, Summer!" A voice from behind me calls out. I turn around, it's another kid from my school. "Richard? What are you doing here? I followed you after school, what do you think? What are you, stalking me? I already told you, Richard, I don't want anything to do with you anymore. You didn't feel that way during the summer." Summer? Listen guys, I don't know what kind of history you have, but maybe you best sort it out on your own time. Who's your friend? He's not my friend, Richard. He's my date. And he's a better kisser than you ever were. That is not true. I mean, the kiss part was kind of true, but I mean, you kissed my girl? Listen, pal, it's not what you think, okay? I only agreed to this in order to get Summer to stop. You got a lot of nerve taking my girl to the movies, smooching her up. Who do you think you are? He shoves me back. I think you shouldn't touch me again. You bottom dwellers are all the same. Aside from Summer, you're all rats. And I suppose just because you Hillwalkers have nice houses and fancy cars, that makes you better than us, huh? Well, it definitely makes us above you, quite literally. Let me guess, Daddy's car probably bought you the nice shoes? Heck, he's probably paying your whole ride to college. Take that away and what do you got? What I got is a problem. He tries to shove me again, but I whack his hand away and shove him back. You're pretty strong for a little guy. That's what they all say. Richard, stop. Stay out of this, Summer. Yo, Richard, this guy giving you a problem? Two more of Richard's friends approach. Yeah, this guy thinks he can just steal my girl, take her to the movies, and kiss her whenever he wants. So you like kissing other people's girls, huh? Richard, that's enough. It's fine, Summer. But it's 3 against 1. I've had worse. Make that 3 against 2. Huh? All of a sudden, Sid? What are you doing here? What do you mean, what am I doing here? I'm watching the My Little Pony movie. It just came out. You're a brownie? It's fine, Sid. I can handle this on my own. Hey, we bottom dwellers gotta stick together. Enough talk. Are you diptards doing this or what? You Hillwalkers talk a lot. You ready, Gary? It's Let's just get this over with. Ha! And that's unfortunately all I can fit in today's video. Guys, this will wrap up the Stalker series. I hope you guys enjoyed these videos. I had a lot of fun making them, and I know a lot of you guys have been asking in the comments if these stories are true. The answer is yes, to an extent. They are based off of my life, but as some of you guessed in the comments, yes, some things that happened in the story were exaggerated a little bit just for comedic effect or just to make the story a little more interesting. I know I ended on another cliffhanger, but don't worry, the story is going to continue, but it's not going to center around the theme of a stalker anymore, but probably go into maybe bullying or something along those lines. If you guys made it to the end, thank you so much for watching. It really means a lot that so many of you guys are coming to watch these videos and, you know, supporting it and leaving your comments. I'm still new at making these animation stories, and even though it's a lot of fun for me and I enjoy it a lot, I really can only make one of these videos about once a week. And on top of that, I'm not the only one working on my videos anymore. I'm now working with Ray, who's doing an amazing job with all the illustrations and helping me out a lot. But because now it's more than just one person working on these videos, and instead of one video a day, I'm only making one video a week, it's gonna be a lot rougher for the channel, at least financially wise. So if you guys are willing and interested, I recently just reopened my Patreon account, and if any of you guys are willing to support the channel and support the videos so that we can continue to make these stories and continue to make these videos for you, feel free to check out my Patreon. Link is down below. For as little as $5 a month, you guys can get exclusive access to behind the scenes, access to my personal Discord server where you can chat and hang out with me, and a bunch of other cool things. Anyways, I'm not forcing you guys, I'm just letting you know that if you're interested and you want to help the channel a little bit and help me continue making these videos, feel free to sign up and become a patron today. It really helps us out a lot. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, we'll see you guys in the next video.
Catch me at the top, sipping shots of Patron. I will never stop till the road is my home. I'm about to pop, everybody's gonna know.